Hello there, I'm Marvelous David, and you're very much welcome to this channel. Basically, what we're going to be trying to do today is to convert a pixelated image into a scalable vector. Now, this comes to using scenarios whereby at your design process you kind of found out an idea, but it's a pixel, alright, and you need to use it in your project, to be able to scale it up into large versions that are usable. So basically we're going to be using Adobe Illustrator for this, and the primary thing here is the pen tool. Alright, so here I am in Adobe Illustrator. Okay, as you can see, I have this done already. In here I have this done already, so you can see the fine itself, right? The sharpness and precision of the image. Now compare it to this. This is the original image which I took the idea from, so compare it to this. Alright, you can see the pixels, or you can see when we get in, it gets pixelated. Now the idea behind this is it's not very appropriate for a logo or a branding project or whatsoever. So the best thing you want to do is to convert this into a vector. So how do we do that? Pick up our pen tool. Before I do that, I just want to run you through how you can actually make use of the pen tool. Here I have a few lines here just to give you a basic insight into how the pen tool works, because that's basically what we're going to be doing there. So I have a few lines here which I drew with the pen tool just to help give you an understanding of this. And so I'm going to hit P to get my pen tool out. So I'm going to try to recreate this. Now the pen tool basically works with what we call the Bezier curves. Now you can have a straight line with the pen tool. When you want to make curves like this, what you basically do is run the pen tool and you have a drag. So for instance, I'm recreating this. I get to this point, the center, then I click and drag. Alright, click and drag. So I have my base. I'm going to hold shift to have a very straight one, then I release, then automatically Illustrator tries to continue the curve for me, which is okay in this scenario, but it's not always okay in every scenario. So if it's not okay in your scenario, you can just as at the point, I'm going to Ctrl Z now. As at this point, you can just over by hold Alt and over to that handle, or pick the handle, then you try to make the changes. So the point is that whichever direction the handle faces is where the curve is going to go. So if I place the direction here, the curve goes upwards. All right, if I place the direction, let me try here, goes in that direction. All right, so that's just basically what you want to do. But I want it downwards, so I'm just going to hit escape, and click there, hit escape, and that's all. So now I have something similar to that. All right, then I want to recreate this also. This is like a wavy line, so I go again the same technique, click first, then I hold and drag. All right, this time around I'm going to just allow Illustrator continue. I think I'm out of space already, but I'm going to manage. All right, I've allowed Illustrator continue that for me, then I go up in that same manner. All right, so I'm done. I've created something like that, although it's not the same thing, but just to give you a feel, all right, of how this actually works. Now when I'm done, actually, if I'm not so satisfied with what I have, I can make some changes to the handle by using the direct selection tool. So I'm going to click on it, click on my curve, then I hit A for my direct selection tool here. So basically I work with keyboard shortcuts, so this is very fast. All right, so V is for the selection tool, A for the direct selection tool, P for the pen tool, and so on like that. So we want to learn how to use this actually. So I hit A, then I click on those anchor points already, then it gives me the handles. You notice the handles come up back, so I can still make the same changes I could have made initially. I can make them here, also. Still I can hold shift to have just one handle, or to have a straight line. So I hope that is very straightforward to you as much as possible. Now that's basically what we're going to be using in here all through. So I have my image dragged in already, and I've embedded it, and I have it locked, which I'm going to unlock it. So I have it down here embedded. So I'm going to try to reduce the opacity to around 50, so I can see through as I try to draw. So I'm going to lock it back once again. Okay, before I do that, let's sample our colors out first. Yes, I hope I don't forget that. Let's get our colors out so we can All right, so I'm gonna just use the rectangle tool, and I'm just gonna allow it do its thing. Make sure that it's as big. So I have just a rectangle, just to have my colors by my side. All right, so I think the first primary color which I want to get, okay, I can always get white. All right, white and black. Let me just sample the black color. I can always get black later on. I can always get white, so I'm going to skip that. I'm going to go into the detail on the art, and afterwards I think the detail on the art is the same. True, let me see. Oh, they're not the same. Okay, so I have the detail on the art, then I'm going to have the detail on the hair and the skin also. So I think, yes, skin and the hair. Then afterwards, any other detail I need, okay, I need the skin tone itself. So I have the skin tone, primary skin tone. Then I'm gonna go for the detail. Okay, I think that was what I had initially when I worked on this. And I think that's basically it. Only that I have this little guy here, which I want to cater for also. So I'm just gonna click there, and I have it done. So that's basically it. So I have my colors already, so I can go ahead, reduce the opacity of this to 50%. Then I'm gonna lock it so I don't mistakenly move it around. I'm gonna go into this. Now this is we're gonna do this in stages, or we're gonna try doing this in stages, because you don't want to, there are a lot of details here and you don't want to miss out on any of them. All right, so basically first we're gonna go over the outline. All right, we have the background. I'm calling the background, so we have the outline as a black. We're going to go over it first, and afterwards going to the major details, and afterwards going to the minor details. So we have three stages we're going to work in. First, the outline, we're going to the major details and the minor details. So first, let's start. I'm going to start with the outline itself. So I'm going to start from, where do I start from? Okay, I'm just picking a point. Okay, I need this to be white, so I'm going to set my stroke color to be white, so I can see that over um the picture. All right, so let's go. So clicking and dragging. All right, remember we are clicking and dragging. So I have that. I just use that technique I said, you hold alt, then to adjust the handles. All right, so I'm going to go again in the same manner, trying to fit this in. So basically what I'm going to try to do now is to speed this up. All right, so since you get the trick, you get the whole idea, so it's going to be very easy for you to follow through the speed up process, so we don't spend much time here. So I'm going to try to speed this up. All right, okay, so I'm done with the first part already. Yeah, so we have our background outline already. Looking very good to go. So I want to dial in on the art now. So the same process, same technique. Draw through, click and drag. Draw through, then you click and you drag. All right, so let's go again. Hitting my pen tool, I'm starting from this point here, so I'm just going to go in again, and I'm gonna speed this up. All right, Okay, so we have the first aspect. We have the first aspect of that's the first detail of the art already. Now we have one more detail, that's the minor detail on the art. We're going to dial in on that now also. So same process, same thing. I'm gonna be drawing out, click and drag, click and drag, click and drag. All right, so I chose to start from there, though you could actually start from anywhere, but I've chosen to start from that point. All right, so I'm gonna just dial in on this, and same process, speeding this up. All right, so I'm done with that aspect, and now I'm just gonna move into the other parts. But before I do that, I'm gonna try to give this the primary colors. All right, so I have first my art, that is white. So I also have the detail, and that is detail, so you can see clearly where I am. Detail is here. Okay, so I'm gonna reduce the opacities also. Then I have this also. I'm gonna color it. I'm gonna reduce the opacity of this so I can see what I have. Okay, so I think I have something left here which is missing. Okay, so let's work on that. There's something in there which is missing, so we're going to reduce the opacity of everything, right, so I can see that, so we can wrap up the art itself. Right, so I'm going to reduce that now so I can see where I have. So I think I have a puncture through this side. So first and foremost, I want to solve this. Now, one more thing I want to say is, if you're once you have your path like this, because definitely after you're done, you're gonna have to dial in on this to refine it. All right, but one easy way you can do is just to pick up the direct selection, so you can pick up the anchor points and move them around as you want. So first, I have a point here which I think shouldn't be there, so I'm just going to delete that point. So I think, and I have this also. All right, so I'm going to join that now. Join this. I don't want my parts to be opened, so I'm going to pick this up and close it up. All right, so I have just this part aspect, this aspect here looking right at me at the face. All right, so I'm going to go in now and I'm going to draw it out. So I have a black outline. All right, so that's basically it. Now I have that detail already, so I can sample this with a black color. Oh, this is black. All right, that's not actually black. Oh, what a mistake. All right, so sample that with a black color. Then I'm going to go in, bring up my opacity levels back so we can see that in full. I have this also, bring this up in full so we can see that. So what I can do is to have use my pathfinder to get this out of that shape itself. So I have this, I'm going to select the two of them, and I'm going to use a pathfinder tool to yes, I'm going to use a pathfinder to divide. All right, so I'm going to use this, all right, to minus front. All right, you see that alt plus click to create a minus front. All right, so once I do that, I have that part out. All right, so I'm able to achieve that with little effort. So now I'm going to dial back in again, increase my opacity levels. Okay, I think I'm done with that. Then I'm going to go back. Yeah, I think we have a mistake with the color here already. I'm going to click and change the color to black, and I'm going to increase the opacity to 100%. All right, so I have that art done already. So now I'm going to leave the face to you, and this technique is actually the same, though it's the same thing. I'm going to leave that to you. If you want to try this out, I'm going to drop the link to the picture in the description so you can pick that out and try it out on your own. But this is my final result here, and this was for a project. So this is my final result here. I think you can see. I'm going to ungroup that now so you can see the. All right, so we have the detachment of every detail and all, and I think it took quite a while though, but yes, it's what it actually needed this, and I felt I could share this with you also. So this works on anything. All right, it works on anything. I know as designers we can get ideas off the internet. I have a lot of ideas. Even your sketches, it works for your sketches the same way you are doing this. You can do that for your sketches, refine it. And also, this is basically how you turn any pixelated image into a vector in Adobe Illustrator. Alright, so let me know if you have any questions. You can drop your questions in the comment section, and try this out. Just give this a try. Alright, give this a try. Whatever you're doing, give this a try. And yes, so I hope you love this video. If you liked what you see here, please give this video a thumbs up, and also subscribe to this channel so YouTube can recommend this video to every other viewer that needs to see this. And subscribe to this channel so you can stay up to date whenever I post up content which you would find very useful. So till I see you in another video like this, peace out.